Welcome to Lost to Limitless with Sofia Rose Bernardi. I'm your host, mindset and business coach, here to help you conquer self-doubt and bring your vision to life. I built a six-figure business in under 12 months and more importantly, have helped my clients to get amazing results in their life, business and relationships using my signature online program, the Reset and Rise Mastermind. In this podcast, I take you a layer deeper into my life as well as sharing tools and strategies to reach your full potential. If you're looking to bring your vision to life, you're in the right place. Let's get started. Hello everyone, I am so grateful you're here. Today we are talking about something I am so passionate, and that is how to create a life you love. I have been asked by so many people to talk more into this. How do you create a life that you love? You look like you love your life. Tell me how you do this. So this is something I'm going to dive really deep into today. So I want to start off by a really amazing quote by Eleanor Roosevelt, and that is, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." And I could not agree with this more. I love it so much, and I'm going to talk about why. And so I know you probably have a big dream, otherwise I don't think you would resonate with me or be listening in right now at all. So you have a big dream, you want to be doing more, being more, becoming more, but for some reason it's not there, it's not happening. And I want to talk about why that is today, the root of it. And so what I have found, and going back to this quote, is that it doesn't really matter how much you want something at the end of the day. What really matters is whether you believe in yourself and believe that it's possible for you. So I hear all the time people saying, I just want one client, or I just want a beautiful relationship, or I just want my dream house. But it's one thing to want it, and it's a total other thing to act in accordance with that and truly believe that you can have that, do that, be that, and hold that. Okay, and so that's what I'm gonna dive into, because if you truly believe in yourself and you have full confidence and faith and trust within yourself, you can create anything that it is you desire, and that is how you create a life you love. So the questions I like to ask is, do you believe in yourself, and do you believe in your dream? Okay, do you believe in your ability to bring your vision to life and hold it? And what I mean by hold it is, so often you hear of stories where, for example, someone wins the lottery and then they go and spend millions and millions of dollars and they blow it all, and if anything they get themselves in a worse situation than they were before. And that's because their mindset hadn't upgraded to be able to energetically hold that amount of money. So they self-sabotage because they didn't believe they were worth earning that much or owning that much. And it sounds silly, but it's so common, and that is because 95% of our behavior is subconscious. And so it doesn't really matter, what happens. We're always going to end up, being back where we started, if that makes sense, and back at the root of our beliefs. And so that's why that's the work I do with my clients. This is the deep work I do. I get to the root cause, which is addressing the beliefs, because if you change that, you change your whole world. So if you don't believe it's possible for you, or that you don't deserve it, it just can't be yours, okay? And when you believe in yourself and your dreams, moving towards it suddenly becomes easy. You start to not think so much and you just do, right? And this has been so true for me. When I first started my coaching business, I really struggled with the mindset side of things. I really didn't believe in myself. I had a lot of doubt coming up, and I didn't really know how to navigate that. And so I would keep busy doing all of these things. I would say yes to working other jobs, and I'd always have little projects going, basically anything but the thing I actually claimed I wanted to do. And now that I know more, having done so much deep inner work and study of the brain, I now know that that was my way way of procrastinating and avoiding doing the thing I cared about most, because I had these fears of it's not going to work or I might fail. And so to avoid feeling that, I kept really busy so I could blame the fact that I didn't have time, you know, instead of making it mean something about me. And that's so common what people do. Okay, so I've always had these big wild dreams of being a millionaire, in a beautiful relationship, my dream home, you know, looking and feeling amazing with myself. And, you know, I really dreamt of this, but my reality at the time was I was working 5 jobs. I would stress about spending money. I was single and I was living at my grandparents' place. So now I'm not a millionaire yet, but I definitely feel like one. And this is the key that I'm going to be diving into, right? Is I'm now living with my beautiful partner and I do what I love every single day. Now, you know, I'm just living life on my terms and I have total freedom, and I'm not here to paint a perfect picture, because that is just not the truth. Definitely life is not perfect, and I don't believe it is for anyone, and I can totally accept that, because life is not perfect. It's not a straight line, and I'm here for it all. I'm here for all of the ups, all of the struggles, the challenges, and all of those things, and I will continue to rise despite what comes up, because that's how I'm wired now. That's my belief system, that I will always go back to loving myself and loving my life no matter what obstacles come in my way. I'm always going to find a way to make it all work, right? So I'm here for it all. And I truly believe that life is a gift and life is fun and life is this game and I love playing it. So that's something I'm really, really passionate about. So yeah, as I was saying, I had all these big dreams and that wasn't my reality. So you might be wondering what shifted. How did you go from working 5 jobs, living at your grandparents' house, you know, not having much of an income and stressing about every single dollar and being single and all of these things? What shifted? How did you create all of this almost? And that was I worked on my beliefs, okay? So did I believe my dreams were possible 5 years ago? Nope. And so of course my reality stayed the same. I stayed exactly where I was. It wasn't until I changed my beliefs to match my desires that things really started to shift, okay? And now, without a doubt, everything that I desire, I know will come to fruition. I know it's possible. I know it's going to happen. And I'm living so much of it already, right? And I know I'm on the path to those things I haven't quite reached yet. And I know it's just energetics and belief work that's the gap. And so, yes, strategy plays a role, but I truly believe that beliefs and mindset plays a much larger role, okay? There's a model and a strategy to success for sure, but if your beliefs don't match that, even if you achieve it, you'll self-sabotage. I hear about it all the time. And so the fastest, most sustainable, the most enjoyable way to get to where you want to be is to do this inner work. And now, like I said, even though I'm not a millionaire yet, I know it's going to happen probably sooner than I think, and I'm enjoying the journey. I'm feeling it now. I'm feeling it as if it's already happening, and I'm enjoying my life and living a life in pleasure and abundance as if it's already on its way, so there's no need for me to stress, right? And that is a complete 180 for how I used to think and feel, right? So a lot has changed, okay? So these thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that I experience now, they're far more rewarding than feeling stuck, lost, and not enough. That used to be my consistent thoughts, right? I felt that for years, that life was hard and unfair. I felt like life was happening to me and that things just always went wrong. And guess what? Things always did go wrong because that's what I believed, okay? So I almost attracted that into my life. And I just felt that I was unlucky and different, and I just feared being alone, and I feared it so much that it became my reality, right? And so the reason that happened is because that was what I was focusing on. And I just, I hated spending money, and I just lived and breathed in scarcity. And all that did was create more of it. And I'll tell you a quick story, just going off track a little bit. I remember getting a $50 fine one day. I came home and I saw I had parked in the wrong spot. Innocent mistake. And I got a parking fine. And $50 at the time was a lot of money. And I remember I just bawled my eyes out and I was crying so much, and it ruined my entire week. I was angry, I was reactive towards people, I was angry towards myself. I was just so angry and so upset over this $50 parking fine. And yeah, it ruined my whole week. And now I'm grateful to say I don't get fines very often at all. But now when I get a fine, I laugh and I pay the bill and move on, right? I don't even give it my time and energy. And that is because the $1 million version of myself doesn't worry about $50, right? The $1 million version of me is focused on serving my clients, focused on growing, focused on changing, focused on creating, right? And learning and evolving. The $1 million version of me doesn't focus on the loss of $50 when thousands of dollars are rolling in every single day, okay? So I truly believe that where your focus goes, energy will flow. And so when I truly realized this, I knew it was worth anything to remove these limiting beliefs and create new empowering ones. So I got a coach, okay? And that's when all of this started to change, because the coach I was working with, and all great coaches, know how to shift these beliefs because they know that this is really the root cause of everything, right? And so it's so beautiful to think back on how I used to behave and think and feel, like crying over the $50, and now I can laugh about it. And like I said, I'm not a millionaire yet, but if I want to become one, I have to feel and behave and act as if I am one already. And so I know not to focus on the $50 fine. Like, life will go on. I'm going to be okay. And I'm really grateful I can say that $50 doesn't affect me, but I've also worked incredibly hard to be able to get to that place where it doesn't. I'm fully acknowledging and understanding that that's not the case for everyone. I'm simply trying to share a message here that things can turn around, but you have to go all in on it. And the best place to start is not trying to shift absolutely everything and try to change it all yourself, but to work on these inner beliefs. It's honestly the fastest way to creating lasting change, because you're going to create the reality based on what you believe is possible for you in your life right now. And notice if your life right now is a struggle or is hard or whatever, I really want you to reach out to someone, whether that's me or someone else. I always offer a free 30-minute clarity call with me, or at least at the moment that's what I'm offering, where I can help you to see if we're a good match and see if you would like to continue this journey with me, and we can get clear on these limiting beliefs that are holding you back and create new ones, and your reality will start to shift. I could go on and on and on for hours about this. It's just unbelievable. And so when I got my first coach, by changing my beliefs, I started to really create the life I desired. All of a sudden, I was starting my business. I enrolled in running a marathon. I started earning more money. Just everything started to shift, obviously. And so by changing your beliefs, you can create the life that you desire. And that is beautiful, okay? So I'll give you an example about how beliefs really do change everything for you. So let's just say you believe that life is hard. Do you think that taking action towards whatever it is you're moving towards will feel effortless or hard? It'll feel hard, right? And so imagine if you believed that life was fun and easy. Imagine if you truly believed and felt that and embodied that. I bet you would take way more action, right? And when you take more aligned action, you're going to get better results, okay? And then when you get better results, it's going to reaffirm that your belief is true. And same goes with the opposite. If you believe that life is hard, you're not going to take much action, so you're not going to get many results, and that'll reaffirm the belief that life is hard, because nothing's changing. In fact, things are probably getting worse. Can you see how powerful the belief is? So many people try and change the action or whatever, but really, you'll just take 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and it will just be this really slow process to growth. Whereas if you just change the beliefs, you're just going to move forwards, right? Okay? So that's the flow-on effect here is insane. So how do you start doing this belief work is probably the next question that's in your head. I hate it when I'm listening to masterclasses or podcasts and they talk about the power of something and then they don't explain how specifically to do that. And of course, it's really going to depend on the individual. Like, what is your limiting belief? And this is why it's a great one-on-one practice, or something to do in a program where you're guided, because it can be a big process, right? Not a hard one, just a big one, right? If it was really easy, people could just do it on their own, but it's working with your subconscious mind, and so I highly recommend working with a coach or a mentor. But basically, trying to do this on your own with your current beliefs, it's going to be challenging, right? But when you have a coach or a mentor or a guide that's supporting you on this journey, someone that's walked this path and has the beliefs that you desire, right? It's going to make it so much easier. So I recommend finding someone who inspires you, someone who is trained to take you on this journey, right? So this could be myself or someone else, right? And I help my clients every day to rewire their stories. That's essentially what you're doing, is rewiring these stories, because this belief came from somewhere. So how to specifically do this is I help you to find the root cause. Where did this belief come from? Where did this start? It all started somewhere, and you probably learnt it from your mom or a teacher or a friend, or somewhere you picked up on this belief, and then you kept acting in accordance of it, and it made it stronger and stronger and stronger. Okay? We're not born like this. We're all born with unstoppable confidence. Babies don't care what anyone thinks of them. They don't care if they fall down 1,000 times. They always get back up. They don't care if they poo or cry or scream or smell. They don't care. They just be themselves no matter what, because they know that they're worthy of love, and so they want to receive it. Okay? So we develop these beliefs along the way. And so a lot of healing work and a lot of coaching is unlearning these things that don't, work for us, and then allowing us to effortlessly move forwards. I truly believe we all have the answers within us. We all have these great qualities, and it's just about unlocking them, right? Unlocking them, essentially. And so, I help my clients every day to rewrite their stories, transform their relationship with themselves, grow their business, and hold them accountable towards their goals. And all of that collectively just creates a life that you love, in my personal opinion. So really, to summarize, if you want to start living the life you love, create a life you love, start living it now. That's essentially what I'm saying. You got to feel into it as if it's happening now, okay? And the best way to fully believe and embody that is to know that you are worth it and that it's all possible, okay? So really believing that you are worth it and it's all possible, and I'm safe to receive this. So really, to create the life you love, like so many people wait for good things to happen. Don't wait. Start living it now. Feel it before it comes, and that's the best way to call it in, okay? Have you ever had one of those days where, something wrong will happen in the beginning of the day, and then you just say to yourself, oh God, here we go, one of those days. It's going to be a bad day. You literally decide it's going to be a bad day, and then about 10 other bad things happen in that day. It's because that's what you're focusing on. You literally told yourself you're going to have a bad day. I've done that so many times. I'm like, wow, I can't believe this has already gone wrong, and I haven't even had my coffee yet. I don't drink coffee, but you know what I mean. Like, something going wrong so quickly in the day, and then you just write off the whole day, and then problem after problem after problem occurs, and that's because that's what you're focusing on. And then I'm sure you've experienced the opposite, maybe on your birthday or a really, really good day, and you're like, today's going to be a good day, and it bloody well is. You enjoy everything, you appreciate everything, you're more present, you're kinder to people, even people that are more angry. I tell you what, on my birthday or Christmas, it doesn't really matter what anyone says, I'm going to be in a good mood, because I've decided that, I'm embodying that, I'm feeling that. Hurt people, and healed people heal people. And if you're happy, it's really hard for someone else to come in and break that, okay? And so that's my message, is if you want to create a life you love, start feeling it now. And in order to change these patterns that maybe aren't serving you, like these beliefs, work with a coach to help you rewrite that. So at a subconscious level, in every cell of your body, you believe that your goals and dreams are done. It's happening, it's gonna happen, and you can just live your life. And that, my friends, is how you create a life you love. I'm super passionate about this topic, and we're only like not like less than 20 minutes in, and that's really all it is. It's really about believing it, and you will always find a way if you believe it's possible. You will believe in yourself to invest in yourself. You will believe in yourself even when challenges arise. You know, the problem isn't how, it's like, why is this important to you? And do you really believe that it's possible for you? And when you do, you will overcome any problem. You will always find a way, and you will always get back up. And that's been my personal experience. That's been my clients' experiences. You cannot imagine how much in your life can change when you work on your mindset alone. You improve relationships, you improve your health, you improve your confidence within yourself and your belief within yourself. You know, so much shifts. You start earning more money. I just received the most incredible testimonial from one of my clients, my previous clients. She sent it to me yesterday. Actually, I'll read it because, oh my God, I had tears running down my eyes yesterday reading this. So she said, "Hi Sophia, just wanted to let you know how I'm doing after the Reset and Rise Mastermind back in May. At the time, I wasn't sure what the changes to my life would be. I knew I felt different. I felt stronger. But now, 5 months later, I can tell you how much my life has changed. Firstly, I found more inner peace. What might have made me worry for days or upset me or just got under my skin now doesn't bother me. And I don't stress over what others do so much, and I let my hurt and anger go. I just say to myself, it's not worth the worry, and move on. But the biggest change is in my self-confidence. Again, guys, the belief in yourself, right? I'm so glad I had this testimonial up front. She said, I'm never going to walk into a room and own it or be the loudest, as that's just not my personality. But now I have so much belief in myself. I understand my worth so much more. A couple of weeks ago, I applied for a job in social work, and given I've only ever worked within the early education field, it was a scary, brave move and so far out of my field and my comfort zone. However, I read the job description and knew I could do it. Not only that, as soon as I put my application in, I knew the job was mine. See, she's feeling into it. Oh my God, this testimony is perfect. This is so meant to be. I can't even believe this. She's telling you what I've just been telling you. She felt that the job was hers before she even got approved, got an interview, got a reply, anything. She already felt it was her. How amazing, okay? This is the power of the work, ladies. Where was I? So she said, however, I read the job description and I just knew I could do it. Not only that, as soon as I put the application in, I knew the job was mine. I don't know why or how, I just knew I was the person for the job. Ooh, love that. I was just talking about it as if I had it before I even had been invited to the interview. It wasn't arrogance, just huge self-belief. Yes. In my application, I sold myself and my skills with confidence. 4 days ago, I got the phone call to say I had the job, which has a $25,000 pay increase from her current job. 6 months ago, I would never have applied. 6 months ago, I would have panicked and applied for any job. Instead, I waited until the right job came along. 6 months ago, I would have not been able to write the application that I did. It's been 10 years. I get goosebumps reading this. My goodness. It's been 10 years since I last applied for a job, and I got the first one I applied for because I knew I could do it. This alone is worth doing your course for. I'm also working on the other goals I set during the course, but to be honest, the increase in self-confidence is worth it. Thank you. During the course, I could feel myself changing each week, but it has taken me a while to realize just how much I have changed. Thank you so much. Oh, goosebumps, full body chills right now. And the reason why this means so much to me is because she was very close to not doing this course. She said yes, you know, on the phone call I had to her, and she was excited, and then the next day she said, I'm so sorry, but I've got an unexpected bill, I can't do it. And I'm not one to fight for people. People really need to feel ready to work with me. I only really want to work with people that are like a full body fuck yes, and just they're so ready. But something in me just knew that she just needed a little bit of a push, because I had spoken to her the day before and she was really, really struggling. She had been unhappy, like single, hates her job, doesn't know what to do with her life, no confidence, living with her mom, like not much money, all these sorts of things. And I was like, I feel something about this person. I really want to help her. And so I had another call with her and I just said, hey, I'm pretty sure I said something along the lines of just explaining her how the brain works. And it's so often when we go to make a big, bold decision out of our comfort zone, that fear kicks in and tries to keep us exactly where we are, which is where she had stayed for decades, right? And I was like, I understand bills come up and unexpected things, but it's never going to be the right time. You can keep pushing this off, but then nothing's going to change. And yesterday you were telling me that you really wanted to change. Anyways, from explaining to her how the brain works, she was like, do you know what? You're right. This is just a bill. I'm going to make it work. It's fine. And she signed up, and look at that. Now she's going to be earning $25,000 more a year. She's going to move into a role that she truly loves. She's even got her own artwork business now. She's happy. She's confident. $25,000 extra a year makes a huge difference, right? Huge difference. And she's just so much happier. And I didn't expect that message from her at all. It's been 5 months or 6 months since I worked with her. And I just didn't see that coming at all. And it just came so perfectly. And especially now that I've just shared it on this podcast. And that's why I do what I do. That is hands down why I do what I do. Because when you change your beliefs, your whole world can change. And I know that this is just the beginning for her. This is what's happened in 5 months, right? Let alone what's going to come, okay? More things are going to happen when she steps into this new role, okay? It's this funny thing. A lot of my clients just suddenly make more money, whether that's the intention or not, when they step into my space. So there is so much power in working on your beliefs. And some people say to me, how have you created so much success? How do you do this at your age? And it's like, it's not about my age. It's not even about my skills. It's about my ability to apply what I learn, and the fact that I am an energetic match with my beliefs, thoughts, and feelings to what it is I desire in my life. And I act in accordance with that. I take radical aligned action consistently towards what it is I desire. And I help my clients to do the exact same thing. I share with my clients so much. I literally created the Reset and Rise Mastermind to share with them exactly what I have done to create this incredible life that I love living, to create the life I love. That is what Reset and Rise is actually all about. It's how to create a life that you love by healing your heart and consciously creating the life that you desire, okay? So I'm super passionate about this, if you can't tell, and I thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for your time. Please take a screenshot of the podcast and share it on Instagram and tag me so I can reshare it and connect with you. It would really help to spread this message. Share it with anyone that needs to hear it. And if you'd like to join the Reset and Rise Mastermind, then shoot me a DM on Instagram or book in a free clarity call while they last, and let's do this, because your time is now. Okay, babe? Your time is now. Thank you so much, and I'll speak to you really soon. Bye. Hey there, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Lost to Limitless podcast. If you enjoyed, I think you're going to love my free 3-day challenge. If you would like to learn how to get clear on your vision, conquer fear, and really create lasting change in your life, then head to sofiarosebernardi.com to sign up for free today.